What you said 5 years ago can get you punished today, not because it was wrong, but because it's judged by rules that didn't exist yet. That should fucking bother you. One writer became obsessed with this long before social media. He wasn't guessing, he watched it happen. His name was George Orwell. Miss this, and you'll repeat things you cringe at in private, and it starts with something small. A word. Think about a word that used to be normal. You said it. You heard it. Nobody cared. Today, you don't say it. You swap it for something safer. You add disclaimers. Or you avoid the sentence entirely. That's not maturity. That's training. Nobody told you to do this. You learned by watching who got corrected, who got dragged, who had to apologize. So now you edit yourself in advance. Not because you changed your mind, but because you don't want the consequences. Orwell had a name for this. Newspeak, not banning words. Replacing them. You start a sentence, and then you stop. Not because you're unsure, but because you already know how it will be received. So you soften it, you reroute it, or you don't say it at all.
If thought corrupts language, language can also corrupt thought.
Once the words change, you're not arguing facts anymore. You're arguing labels. Think about a big event everyone watched, a protest, an election, a scandal. You saw the videos. One person calls it a riot. Another calls it a protest. One says fraud. Another says democracy. Same footage, different words. And the conclusion is already decided. Once it's a riot, everything that follows is criminal. Once it's a protest, everything that follows is justified. The word already did the work. Orwell saw this in real life, in Spain, on the ground, carrying a rifle. Then he opened a newspaper and read about battles he had actually fought in. They described events that never happened. They praised people who weren't there. They erased people who were. Same war, same days, completely different account. That's when Orwell understood what really matters. Not who's right, but who gets to name things.
Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past.
And here's the part everyone skips. What happens when it's your turn? Orwell didn't write warnings. He wrote descriptions. He showed what people do before they're forced. They repeat words they don't respect. They defend things they don't like. They nod along to avoid trouble. Not because anyone made them, because it's easier. The system doesn't need believers. It needs participants, and participants don't feel evil. They feel normal, busy, careful, reasonable. Here's what Orwell actually shows. At some point, someone will expect you to repeat a sentence you don't believe. Not loudly, not dramatically, just casually. So things stay smooth. That's the moment. Say it or don't. Let's rock that wisdom!